Hi, this is Stephen. Just to say, we are now back with episodes 5 days a week. If you are thinking of becoming a Send 7 supporter, then you should join before the end of August in order to keep our old lower price. The price will go up in September. Our supporters listen to this podcast without adverts, with bonus episodes, and they get transcripts, vocabulary lists, worksheets, and quizzes. Join now by clicking in the episode description and you can lock in the lower price. Thanks. Good morning. This is Send 7 World News in 7 minutes. I'm Stephen Devincenzi. Today is Friday, the 28th of August, 2026. Starting in Asia and Oceania today, in Nepal, almost 400 people are confirmed to have died and more than 1,500 are missing after a glacier collapsed, causing a flash flood and landslide which hit villages on the Lenda Kola River, close to the border with the Tibet region of China. In China, 3 people are confirmed to have died. However, 558 are missing, according to Chinese state media. An avalanche of ice, water, mud and rock surged down the river, with some officials saying that the glacier collapsed because of an earthquake. However, the United States Geological Survey said that there was no evidence of an earthquake. Nepal and China have said that there could be more floods if lakes burst. In Japan, the artist Yayoi Kusama has died aged 97. Kusama is the world's top-selling female artist and was known for large sculptures and immersive art installations. Australia's record industry has banned AI-generated songs from its music charts. New rules say that songs must be completely or substantially human-made. Americas. In the United States, Meta, the company which owns Facebook and Instagram, has agreed to a $18 billion settlement to resolve a civil trial which was brought by 29 states of the US. Meta was accused of deliberately making Facebook and Instagram addictive and harmful to children. Meta has agreed to the settlement without admitting any wrongdoing. However, Meta has agreed to make changes, including a 2-hour time limit as default for teenagers, and no notifications between midnight and 6 a.m, and also between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. on school days. Likes will also be hidden on teen accounts, and Meta will improve its age verification system. Also in the United States, because of the ongoing trade war with Canada, President Donald Trump signed an executive order to change the name of Lake Ontario to Lake America. Lake Ontario has the Canadian province of Ontario to the north and the US state of New York to the south.
We're going to be changing the name of Lake Ontario, effective immediately, to Lake America. That's going to take place right now as I sign the order.
Last year, Trump also signed an executive order to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. In Canada, according to recent polls, support for an independent Quebec is at its lowest level in decades, with a recent Reuters report suggesting that antipathy towards Donald Trump has made people in Quebec less likely to want independence from Canada. In 1995, there was a referendum in Quebec in which just under half of people voted for independence. Despite this, separatists are expected to win Quebec's parliamentary election next week. Bolivia has held its first same-sex marriage after a court ruling that 2 women had the right to have a civil marriage rather than the civil union, which was created for same-sex couples in 2023. Bolivia's constitution does not recognize same-sex marriages, However, the result of this court case is expected to encourage other couples to attempt to win the right to marriage in court. Africa. In Nigeria, an armed group has posted a video which appears to show hundreds of people kidnapped from a mosque in Niger state last week. Around 600 people, mostly women, children, and elderly people, were kidnapped, making this one of the biggest mass kidnappings in Nigeria's history. In South Africa, 2 men from Thailand have been arrested for trying to smuggle endangered parrot eggs out of the country. South Africa's Environment Ministry said that the 2 Thai men were arrested at the same airport, but on different days, both attempting to leave with eggs in homemade incubators. Europe. The Bosnian Serb commander Ratko Mladic has died in prison in the Netherlands, aged 84. Mladic led the army of the Republika Srpska during the Yugoslav wars of the 1990s and was arrested in 2011 and sent to the Netherlands, where the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia found him guilty of war crimes and genocide, particularly for the Srebrenica massacre of 8,000 Muslims, which was the worst mass killing in Europe since the Second World War. Some polls of Serbs in Serbia and Bosnia have shown that more than half consider Mladic a hero. And in Austria, a man has been reunited with his backpack 63 years after dropping it on a mountain. Police found his name in documents inside the backpack, which were found after ice melted. The man said that he had fallen into a crevasse while hiking with his friends in August 1963. His backpack contained a camera, an axe, and a pipe. A big thank you to our newest supporters, Gerlinda in Germany, Marta in Poland, and Anderson from Brazil, who is in the Netherlands. For information about this podcast, go to send7.org or write to me, podcast@send7.org. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.